Hey guys, how's it going? It's my generic Paphiopedilum Modi type to bloom. Still maturing off its bloom, but we're getting there pretty fast actually. She's also working on a second growth, and I have to admit I forgot to mention these in my other video. These are my indoor growers, but I have some of them outside. There have been a lot of changes around the grow space lately, so they're just getting settled into their new location. There's my long-suffering Frag Parisii. 2 growths coming on, got it under the lights, so hopefully that's close enough to help encourage them to hurry up, get it going. I hear once they grow a substantial little community, they really take off and they just kind of grow like weeds. I'm still waiting for that. This is not a path. This is a what is it called? A Paphiopedilums costaricina, and this is a Paphiopedilums mysticina, and orthalis, and a species fowl in the mix down there with the beautiful mottled leaves. Another species fowl, Coruna sarvi. I have an arangus here that's got a nice little flower spike coming in. So cute. There they are. So cute. They look like little lizards with their tails. I hope the fan noise isn't too obnoxious. A Neophonetia hiding back there, bulldog type, Paphiopedilum, generic Modi type. I think they call those microchip leaves or something like that. I have my very, very, very special Paphiopedilum doing its thing, maturing off a leaf, growing a new one, and has a new little buddy. They love to grow in communities, so I cannot wait for this one to mature off and throw out a new pup. We are struggling on our path, Calapalcanii, something like that. We've lost one leaf, we're losing another. We have some desiccation, but the new leaf looks pretty happy, so this one did not have the best roots when it came to me. But maybe, you know, orchids, they just kind of, they have this will to live and this resiliency that I just really appreciate in them. I can't read the handwriting on that tag. I think it's a Lara Durée or something like that. And this is a Violetta. This one actually had a bloom on it, but it was fading when it came to me. It has also this little side growth that I don't think is gonna make it, but it looks like it also was suffering from some sort of pest in the house, which I did see some on my house plants that I was able to deal with, but I've treated this one multiple times with a miticide and it seems to have stopped the infestation, but you know, obviously it's not gonna correct any damage that was already there. Here's my twinkles carrying on, putting out their growths. They are actually loving the same conditions that I grow my paps in. The higher light, more humidity, their bulbs stay plump. They just seem to really like it. I think if you're having trouble with your oncidiums, especially these with the standard pseudobulbs and the leaves with the browning issue, that's spotting that's pretty like synonymous with keeping oncidiums, I feel that it's worth changing your watering practices instead of pouring water over the top, which I think it's just so easy to get water in there, even if you have them under a fan or whatever. I think if you change your watering practices to a soak, I usually fill this and just let them absorb up through the terracotta and through the moss in their pots. It seems to grow them cleanly. These other browning on the leaves and actually on my big sherry baby heaven sent redolence, I have the older bulbs that came from the nursery that have the classic spores in the leaves. And if it looks like there's some big changes and my room doesn't quite look the same, well, it's true. Last night I was putting in these new shelves to try to just condense everything and make a more usable flat space. And I don't know, these are much bigger than like what I had before, but I just still feel like I don't have enough room for everything. And really the catalyst for it all is these Paphiopedilums and trying to accommodate their very long, luxurious, dramatic leaves that they grow. And I'm still worried. I feel like I didn't quite accomplish my goals. And here's my heaven sent redolence. She's definitely not getting enough light there, so I'm hoping to swap out the last of my mini grow lights and maybe, oops, sorry for the dizzying speed, and maybe putting them here because my bottom rack definitely needs a little bit more light. There's my guard dog, so cute. So anyway, on my new growths, and look what I have here, guys. And there is the source of all that noise. He just loves these dried palm tree fronds. He's a maniac. He's so cute. Now over here I do have my Dendrochilum bicolossum, I believe. I know these don't do a lot for a lot of people. They do have a fragrance. They're usually on a spicy, savory side. I just love how cute and plump this bulb ended up. After I struggled with this one for a year, it did nothing but just lose leaves. And I finally think that I have it figured out, but don't let her know, because that's when they'll pitch their fits, right? Oh yeah, so it's not wanting to focus because it's so backlit. Anyway, she's got some growths coming, and I just have so much trouble with this one. I have to make sure that I soak it. I can't water it, pour over it. I can't let anything drip onto these new growths or they just rot immediately for me. And I'd love to mount it. I think it would look beautiful once it really had a full flush of multiple flower spikes. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm enjoying like showing you my grow space and just how it evolves. I think that's the fun part about this hobby is it usually is a catalyst for other things. Like you get into photography, you get into filming, you get into creating a space, into lighting. You start off, you know, I'm just going to keep this plant and not let it die, and it turns into this whole like lifetime of educating yourself. So it just gives back in so many ways, and I really hope that during these times everyone's enjoying their grow space and we're staying safe and happy, and thanks for hanging out with me today. Bye.